7, I'm knocking someone out.
It's Michael Durdurian. Purple belt 10 Planet. Helping him out a little bit, get his footwork and hands and just length going. Okay, phenomenal ground fighter. We got to get him. We got to get him some good stand-up.
Take on Coach James. He's awesome.
Look over here, fall to your ass, then look over there. My ass is sore, man. My ass is sore. All back together. All right.
I didn't break the ball. I was like, crash. Like,
That's in though.
You guys don't know the warm-up, you guys sit against the fence and just watch, all right? We're going to play through these really quick. That's catch your ass. Oh, yeah. Lock down, head and arm. Start and lock down, head and arm.
Smooth jump. Smooth.
It just so happens that we're right in the middle of Ben Sauter's training camp for his next fight against Eric Silva. Where's it? Last time he was here, we just, all we did was rubber guard and half guard. That's all we did. Didn't have time for everything. We got 2 weeks. Got to make sure, or 3 weeks. We had 3 weeks. Had to make sure he left with his DNA program just a little bit. Got him. It's almost like I totally trust you, Ben, and I totally trust anybody else that comes through, but man, to trust them to go through all the drills correctly on their own, I'd rather just slam them here. Slam them here, so if he, whether he's lazy or not, which he isn't, but worst case he is, his DNA was already changed. I have to make sure he's going to stuff automatically, enrolling, and then boom, this one worked, or that one worked, that transition worked, that move worked, all right? And man, His rubber guard is already the most powerful rubber guard in the UFC right now, today. So this time, I thought, let's do enough twister transitions, twister drills, twister live drills, and mostly not live drills, into the twister. How would you even begin to start? You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. Make sure he masters the twister. First, we got to back up a little bit. Right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The twister, that, when you crank the neck, we got to rewind all the way back. Where do we start? Where do we hit it? There's so many transitions to the truck. We got to get to the truck first. Generally, we get to the truck. There's a whole bunch of transitions. I got 2 weeks. What do we got to do? The most important aspect of mastering the twister is the transition from the back to the truck to the twister. First, you got to get to the truck. Then you got to get to the twister. Good luck with that. Damn, there's so many battles. There's a bunch of little battles along the way. There might be 8 to 20 battles. I don't even know off the top of my head. Somewhere around there. All little levels, little battles where you got to win. And if there's battles that are 20% in your favor, we got to change that battle. We need to skip that battle. We need a bunch of little battles, especially from the truck. From the truck to the twister, you've got to have the advantage. Man, it's so tough these days to get a twister. It's so tough. But if you don't get that, you can always go to the back or you can go after legs, right? So tough. With guys like Dempsey and all these guys that are flipping twisters, dudes are letting you get in the twister and then flipping it. Knowing, I used to do that. Good dudes are trying to set up a twister on me. I'm like, I'm going to flip. He just doesn't understand the angles. Just doesn't get it. He's going to do it. It's going to be loose. I'm going to fix the angle, and boom, he's in trouble now. I do that all the time. Can't do that anymore. Man, got so many people that understand the angles. Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Grace, erase that from your memory. Sorry about that. Anyways, this is a PG class today, ladies and gentlemen. We have EVI 3-star Grace Gundrum. Grace is going to war. She's going to war for all of us. Man. Anyways, back to the lesson at hand. 2 weeks is really simple. You're not going to learn, you're not going to master. Let me use Patrick. Where are you at? My little slave boy. All right. The most important way, ultimately, to learn how to transition to the truck, the most important way is side control. Because if all you can do is transition the truck from the back, what about guys who can't get their back? There's a lot of guys that are better than you or at your level and you just can't get their back. You could roll with them 15 times and you never got their back. You ain't never going to the truck then. All right? It's easy from the back, especially this kind of back. If I'm up here, this is easy. This is the easiest one. All I got to do is just master doing that and then bring it here. It's not that hard. And then you attack the calf crank here, you go for the twister or whatever. That's the easiest one. But in grappling, that's not a good one. Nice. 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 Curtis, Plaster, can you work with Julian? He needs to do all the offense. You okay with being grappling them? Always. We don't have time. You could easily be on this. You know what I mean? You could easily. It might be hard to choke. Come go to this one. That's next. Perfect calf crank. Perfect calf crank. Calf crank. Where it's just
jiu-jitsu first. Yeah, I fell in love with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it helped you at all as far as like?
Yeah,
dealing with...
I was a psycho. They called me Chucky.
Oh really?
They actually called me Chucky. But after I did jiu-jitsu, it was like where all my anger went. I don't know. I just love it. I mean, it's just I don't know. I just love it. It's just something in my body likes doing jiu-jitsu. And anything I can learn and just makes my game that much better. I love it.
There's other jiu-jitsu places around, so why are you guys going all the way to headquarters to train?
Because it's Eddie Bravo. You know, it's the guy who invented the entire thing at 10th Planet, you know. It's just the style, it fits my body type and me being flexible perfectly, you know. And no-gi is pretty good that it's no-gi. So say I was like 9, maybe 10, 9, 10. So 3 years now I've been competing.
And is it something you enjoy doing? Is it fun?
Yeah, I really enjoy it, especially now. Like 2 years ago, I was all nervous going into it, you know, all that stuff. But now it's mellow for me. It's really more fun. When we started jiu-jitsu, I was like, hey, why don't we learn striking? But my pops said it's the hardest thing to learn is jiu-jitsu, so do that first, and then a year later we got into the striking. Football and basketball, people love those, but you know, I feel like those are more dangerous than fighting. You know.
Now, with all your years doing it, what's the worst you've been injured? Have you had any bad injuries at all?
I got kneed in the nuts really hard once. That's pretty much it, though. I've never really been injured. That's what I really want to do. I want to make a living just off choking people out or punch in UFC, you know. That's what I would like to do.
Okay, time. So, we're going on Ben's pace. I know some of you guys probably got like 2 reps. I apologize, all right? This is the warm-up. We've been doing this all last week. Ben got it done. Ben, show him how you got it down. Curtis, see it. Oh, good. Just doing that over and over and over and over and over. He might get Eric Silva's back. That might happen. That's not that crazy. All right. So now, let me use your Frankies. So now, we're still gonna be on his back, but he is leg pressing. So, sit down with me. When it comes to mastering the twister, I highly recommend you look at it like mastering boxing. You pick one side, don't practice both sides all the time. If you want to fight from both sides, that's good too. If that's what you're already into and you're doing it, but a fresh guy comes to me and says, I want to learn striking, I would say, for right now, get as good as you can on one side. Pick a side. You got a lot to learn, man. You don't know anything about striking? Let's get one side down for 5 years. You want to work on the other side, work on the other side. Or on Sundays, work the other side. And then you can mix it up. You can be like TJ Dillashaw, mixing it all up. Nothing wrong with that. I would suggest find your power hand, put it in the rear, make it the rear hand, you know, like that's why most boxers do that. You could do the Bruce Lee way, have strong side forward and do that, and a weaker rear hand. I don't know. If it was up to me and I was programming a guy, I'd go, fuck that, just put the rear hand. But then again, you'd have a strong hook and a serious jab, but then no right hand. I would say, let's go conventional, unless you're left-handed. Ben, fight southpaw, are you left-handed? He listens to Bruce Lee too much, obviously. Hey, man, he was just a man, okay? He made a mistake. No, I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with that. Oscar De La Hoya did that. A lot of guys would do that. All right? But I would suggest, if you're coming to me fresh, if you're already telling me you're right-handed, but you've been working for a year, left-handed southpaw, I go, okay, cool, let's keep going. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. All right? I ain't bagging. Anyways, with the twister, For me personally, it's like Marcelo Garcia's chokes. Don't question me, question him. I'm just agreeing with him. He chokes everybody out with his right arm. So his whole system is devised around that right arm. He likes to pass generally. He passes in the weak side because that sets up his guillotine. Or I don't know. It just seems like he chokes everybody out with his right hand. He says he does. I haven't watched all his rolls. But when it comes to twisters, I probably twisted on the other side twice my whole life. Maybe 0. I'm just saying twice because it'd be, no, you got me that side. I'm like, I don't remember. Probably twice. But I always, because once you pass the guard or once you're on a guy's back, you get to choose which side you want to attack. Generally. There have been a couple times. And let's say I always set up the twisters from this side. I always set them up. This is where I want to be, right here. I want to be right here. But if I ended up right here and I passed the guard on this side, instead of mastering everything on this side, I just master one move. Getting on the other side. Boom. Just get over there. I'm really good at that. That's a good move right there. You got counter block, you got it. Sometimes you got bob and weave and stick your legs through pain. Sometimes it ain't easy to get on the other side. That's the move I got. I just get on the other side. All right? It takes so long to master the whole system. It's a completely different. It's like leg locks. It's just as fast and different as leg locks. And there are a lot of leg locks, compressions, going stretches and stuff. But it takes a long time. So just work one side until you get that down. And then later, especially when I'm teaching, don't try to do both sides when I'm teaching. Especially if you've never done it before. Work on one side when it comes to this. All right? So I'm on his back now, and since this is my strong side, over this on the ropes, double unders. And anytime someone has double unders, you can put a Kimura in. If you had over under, there's no Kimura. I can't do Kimura. There's no Kimura. Double under, there's a Kimura, there's a knee bar. You could Granby. You could do a lot of stuff from this. You could switch easy, right? So Sakuraba grabbed Henzo like this and just took him and broke his arm. It's one of the, if you haven't seen that match, it's legendary. That's a legendary, crazy fight. Henzo getting his arm broken in Japan. And what was more legendary than that, I commentated that match. So give me a round of applause. That was some terrible commentating by me. Oh my God, I was so nervous. It was an outdoor baseball stadium. It's 115 degrees, humid. I had a suit on. I'm completely drenched under the suit. I didn't want to take the coat out because I was completely wet. So I was soaked, drenched, nervous, doing commentary for these legends. I just got thrown into the spot. I'm so nervous that my knee's shaking, and Steven Quadros is sitting next to me. I'm driving him the whole thing. Dude, stop with your knee, stop with your knee. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Stop with your knee, stop. I kept driving my knee into him, like a nervous twitch. It was weird. Anyways, mute it when you watch it, but go back and watch it. So yesterday, stand up. I'm coaching my guys. There's 180 10th Planet soldiers. I never walked around and looked at the buff chicks. I never got time to. I just went to the bathroom that was right outside of the mat, came back. I never walked around and got a free protein bar, nothing like that. I never got shit. I stayed right in the mat. I couldn't leave. I'm like, I want to go, but there's too many guys. There were so many guys after a while. I was like, my brain was going to explode. Anyway, so I'm watching, I'm coaching, and some guy comes under, does double underhooks. And I said, shh. And I went like this, and guess who it was? Henzo. It was Henzo. I was like, oh, he goes, why does that feel so familiar? I'm like, oh. Man, I love that guy. Who's cooler than that guy? That guy is always laughing and always smiling, doesn't get caught up in shenanigans. He's awesome, man. He was there. The one thing I felt, he had a big watch as soon as I put it on. When girls try to do that, you can grab their wrist and you know it's a girl. Like, okay, who is this? Donna? Is this Donna? Donna's always trying to choke you out. But then I felt the big watch. I'm like, damn, whoever says he's rich. Yeah, big fat watch. I could just tell. I was, ooh. Anyways. No, I can't. I don't know nothing about watches. Anyways. Oh, yes. Over under. Bang, bang, bang. Main stage.
Main stage, man.
have your elbow in there. Make a little hole. There you go. Base on that. Base on that. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Go. Stay there. Relax. Wait. Relax. Relax. Go. Oh, you lost the shoulder. You hesitated. It's got you gotta sit up and grab it. And then at least you got his back. There we go. Back to baseball bat. Wait.
The one that I was wondering, can I?
Go. You can do that.
Because every time I let this go, you guys know what last time. I'm sure I'm not doing it.
You've been going against really good guys.
Yeah, it's like maybe I'm leaving some kind of space there.
Although,
But when I feel like I'm here, even if he's
that might be the new tweak. That might be it. That look good. Let me see, try it that way. Okay. Let me see something. Let me see. It seems like that might be the new one. I was also thinking that might be the new shit. Down here. This is tighter than what Ben was doing?
I'm not being as tight as right now. Yeah.
Let me see. I want to see if you're
I like
got that clench.
I think more than anything, you said definitely tight.
Okay, so keep your grip together. Make them work just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit. We're here, and then we're here. Good. Nice. Baseball bat, pull it apart. Okay, don't go 100%. Just make them work. Okay, one. Okay. Now let them sit up and grab it. Sit up and grab it with one hand. Get up. Just get up and grab it right now. I just want to see something. With one hand. With one hand. Just with one. Get up on your elbow and just grab it with one. Now, can you pull your strong? Okay. See how strong that is? Try to pull up. Yeah. That's how strong that is.
Yeah. I feel like I can get this strong when I go. It's when they're timing me doing it. I feel like I don't know if I'm gonna
Do it the other way now?
because they kept doing it. So I kept playing it in my head when I went home the night we did this live. And I was like, if I hold on to them, they can't.
I think it's
they can't
gonna-
do the same escape. That was the escape they did every time I came up. Yeah, that was good. Like I know you were saying that was a problem because that's what you used to do, right? Is go immediately here. I just don't know if I'm so long that it's kind of like
Can you peel that off your neck, Curtis?
right here.
Now go higher on the head. Yeah, higher. Oh, you lost his leg. You gotta always be mindful of the leg.
Heights.
That's the hard part. Is forget it. Forget it. Okay, start. Put your hands down. Make them poke them with that. See how that roll? You poke them with the elbow. Hang out there. Hang out there. Give me lotus. Or figure four if you want. Try figure four and squeeze your knees together. Squeeze your knees together. There you go. Try to get out now. Up. From the figure four, it's easy for him to move like that.
So I need either lotus or lockdown probably.
It's hard to tell. Maybe it's your hands. Maybe these are
Slippery.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Put your hands you're gonna do that, now if you're gonna do that, bring your long ass over. Bring them on top. Bring them over here. Bring them on top. You can now bring them down. That was the old way. That was Rocky 2. It feels like they're getting out. They're getting on top of you, but they're not getting out of nowhere. You could just twist them right there. Okay, time.
Like really good, like.
Man, when I was in high school, I was a gigantic. Is it okay to say vagina? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? I got asked to follow. That's a scientific term. They use that in the labs. They're experimenting with the different cures. Right, dude. I was a giant V. And, I still my people growing up with me, my aunts and uncles and cousins, like, how's the music? Every year at Christmas, how's the music? I moved to Hollywood to try to make, how's the music? What's up with the band? When are you guys playing? And meanwhile, I'm a grown man. I'm 22, 23, 24. I started doing karate at 22. Oh, you're doing karate. No, it's, you know, they never really thought of me as a martial artist. When I came back from Abu Dhabi, and my mom said, she knew I went to Brazil for some kind of karate tournament. She really didn't know what it was. She goes, how did you do? I said, she goes, did you win? I said, no, I didn't win, but I did beat Hoyler Gracie. He goes, oh, it's okay, maybe next time, baby, next time. I was like, all right. That's the truth. She said, next time, baby, next time. And never really I go back home. I'm 29, 30, 31. Grown man. How's the music? What's the latest? Anybody interested in your music? I'm okay. And then my uncle go, hey, someone at work said, you're like a martial arts guy, like expert or something? I'm like, because that's what I'm like, that's what I've been doing, but I never talk about it with my family because they know the truth. They know I'm a big pussy. So I'm gonna tell them, like, I'm gonna walk into my uncles and, you know, they're ex-gangbangers and stuff like that. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm this, and I don't know how it happened. I'm like, how's the music? Oh, the music's fine, but I'm teaching jujitsu now. And they're like, every now and then it started more phone calls. My cousin would call me and go, there's this guy that has a son who does jujitsu. He says he knows you. I'm like, yeah, maybe if he's in the jiu-jitsu community, that small little microscopic little percentage of the population, maybe he knows who I am. But they think I'm a fraud. They're like, hell, you know how to fight. You don't know how to fight, you big pussy. I don't know how many times I got cornered by someone and they made me cry, or my brother in front of all my friends. I'm gonna kill him one day. I'm gonna kill him. He's a blue belt now. He's a blue belt now. He's proud though. My brother's the only one who kind of gets it. He's like, he goes out and wears 10 Planet gear everywhere. You know, he's really, really proud of 10 Planet. But the rest of my family, they're like, my cousins are like, they think I'm a big pussy. They really do. I'll stop saying that word. I'm sorry. I mean that in a very weak way, like a weak guy. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate this. Sorry about that cancellation last time. I don't know. Were you guys supposed to be here last time? Anybody? And then the whole jail thing. They put me in jail. It was a nice one. They fooled me. They tricked me. They were all in this conspiracy together to get this guy in jail. Let's just get him to go. I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm going to stay right here until my next flight. No, you want a listen, man, you want a shower, you want a bed, you want to get some breakfast. then if you're flying until 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're gonna just sit here in the airport? No, you got it. You trust. They were one by one convincing me to go. I was like, because I didn't technically have to. If there was a flight, I could have just jumped on the flight and left. But since the flight was the next day, they killed me all day while I could have jumped on these flights. They did it on purpose. And I go, okay, I'll go get that breakfast in bed. You're right, shower. Get a shower, get a bed, man. Get a bed. Breakfast. In a jail cell. With a steel door. Seriously, it was a real jail. Shawshank Redemption style. There was already a guy in there in the bunk, and we opened his cage. He looks up, and I have my clear plastic bag with like a underwear and toothpaste. And I walk in, they closed the door. I didn't say one word to this guy. I just got up in my bunk. I go, there ain't gonna be no shower tonight. I was just gonna lay there on the rubber mattress, that like rubber outlining, and then you put your towel over it, and I just laid there. 3 o'clock in the morning, they're gonna pick me up at 9 in the morning. I gotta sit here for 6 hours. Boom, 6 hours. They put me in jail. They tricked me. They got me. And it's when you're just sitting there, and this guy was snoring so loud. I thought it was, and you're in like, it's like a cave in there, like these solid walls. I thought the dude in the next cell was snoring. So I go, God, that guy's not. And then I realized, I looked down, and it's like, it's bouncing off the walls, and it's this dude. He's right under me, but didn't say one word to him. Didn't say one word. Those 6 hours, I just laid there, and then when I heard, because it was a jail like a few miles away from the airport. Once I started hearing those jets, I go, okay, it's about 6 o'clock right now. The jets were telling me what time it is. I'm like, 3 more hours. Then they opened up the cage at 8 o'clock. Go, get your breakfast, and you go out, and all these inmates are all like, it's a loaf of bread. Those little jelly packs that you get at Denny's. You guys have Denny's out here? Like a diner, little jelly packs. A loaf of bread and jelly packs, and they had just a gallon of milk with some styrofoam cups. That was breakfast right there. Anyways, I made it. This time, I did a ride, went to the UK embassy. I go, I gotta do it, spent thousands of dollars. I'm not going to jail ever again. You don't ever want to go to jail, trust me. You don't ever want to go to jail. That was just 6 hours, that's all I needed. I just needed one, but 6 was, okay, I get it. There's no way I could, I would be one of those guys that killed that. I'd be on suicide watch if they threw me in jail. Anyways, they made me jump through all these hoops to get this visa, which is like a passport page inside of the passport. It's like picture and all this. It took man, it went down to the wire. I had to postpone the London seminar and move it to next Saturday. It was right at the wire, boom. Finally made it in. I get to immigration, and they pull me to the side. They go, you had problems before? I go, yes, but this is, it's all good now. Look at that, boom. And they're like, They detain me. I'm like, oh, no, no. And they sat me on the side. They went in the back. And either she was going to come back from the back and say, grab your stuff and let's go this way, or meet me at the little podium where we first started. It was either one. So as soon as she's pointed to podium 15, I go, okay, I'm in. There's no way, because we would have been going the other way. Had my pillow with me and everything. I'm like, God, I look so non-threatening, man. Come on, I got a pillow. And they let me through. And when it all came down, I couldn't mess with that visa. I'm like, that says UK entry. Bam! How are you going to stop that? But they made me late, but it didn't affect you guys at all. So, anyways, we're going to get to... like I said at the top, someone's coming in from RFA or whatever, they come to your gym. You got a week or two. My suggestion, if they already got the rubber guard down and all that, give them what they need first, you know? But then if they want to learn, they're already, with Ben, he's already good at jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt under Ricardo Laborio. I didn't have to work any basics with him. He's already really good. He's perfect. Perfect. All we can do is just start adding weapons. He's already flexible. He's already a crazy striker. Whoa, damn. Easy for me. I don't have to convince him to work on his striking. The dude's already a killer. Crazy knees, head kicks, spinning back fist, elbows. Man, I didn't really know how, I remembered one fight where he was landing a lot of knees, but I didn't know what his striking was really like until Renato came up to me and goes, you haven't, in his Portuguese accent, I can't really do it, but he basically said, have you seen him striking? I go, yeah, he's got a pretty good clinch, right? He goes, dude, you gotta go watch his fights. He's amazing. I go, really? Okay. And watch the highlight. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a killer. Perfect. They're gonna wanna take him down. They're gonna he won't even have to pull guard. They're all taking him down. Everybody, the last two fights, dudes just trying to take him down. They don't want none of those long ass arms and legs. He's just head kicking like a jab. Just head kicking like a jab. It's just perfect. But anyways, the back transitions to the truck. If you don't got those down, you ain't never gonna play truck back at your house or at your home gym. That ain't never gonna happen. Trust me. I've seen it. The only guys that are gonna develop a twister game are guys that are personally obsessed with it, and they're gonna do whatever it takes. They're gonna be practicing in their garage. But if you're just students coming in and you wanna learn everything, but you don't got time to drill at home or study, you got kids and you got a job, you're just gonna learn here. For those people, man, you got to drill them and force it down their throat so that it comes up spontaneously, like mushrooms, and just sprouts up. I don't even know if that was a correct analogy. Anyways, so we got those two back transitions, very important. Man, very important, especially MMA guys coming to your gym. That turtle, boom, with how many times have you seen a round end like that? Man, I don't know how many rounds end like that. Thousands. When the rear naked choke obviously wasn't working, you could have transitioned right to the truck. All you need is 30 seconds to go after, 15 seconds to go after a calf crunch. That's all. It doesn't take that much. But the transition off the back, the one we just did, when you're on your back, it's a lot harder. You don't have your weight. That's the most important one. Get really good at that, all right? If you got a guy's back, you're already better than him anyways. It's not going to be that hard to get into the truck. You already got his back. You're probably better than him. You understand? So then you start adding your game. Instead of a rear naked choke, which is also very, 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 very important, you need to develop great rear naked chokes. You need to develop a great transition back to spiderweb, attack the arm. But you also need a transition to the truck. Not just the back, not just spiderweb, but to the truck too. And once you get it from the back, generally people that come up to me and say, I got a twister, man, I got my first twister. It's always from the back, always from the back. Side control one's tough. There's two kinds of side control ones. One is the toughest where when you're completely dominating him, you're setting up the twister piece by piece. You're not letting him get up. You're breaking him down. You forced him on his side. You put that, you realize how important that fishnet is. You know how to put those love handles in so they can't move now. And even though he's crossing his foot, I can still control him. I can still open up his legs. I can set this up here and go right to a jiu-jitsu expert who loves to produce music. Growing up,
I wanted it either to be a rock star or a professional football player. And once I figured out that Mexicans don't play professional football, I focused everything on music. And throughout my teens, it's always been about producing music, going to Hollywood, becoming a rock star. I didn't want to be a fat rock star, so I knew I had to stay in shape, wanted to look good on stage for the women. So I joined a gym. I realized real quick I couldn't handle lifting weights, so I thought it was just too boring. So then I got into karate. I always been a big Bruce Lee fan, just never could afford martial arts growing up, but at that time I'm like, I gotta stay in shape, I gotta pay for something, so the closest place to my job, the most convenient place to go was a karate place. There wasn't a kung fu. I wanted to do kung fu, wanted to do some Bruce Lee stuff, but there wasn't anything around where I worked. So I started in karate, did that for a year, saw UFC 2, saw Royce dominate my karate heroes. So I jumped ship. You know, it didn't take that much. I jumped ship, found the closest jiu-jitsu school. It ended up being the Machados. I started training under Jean-Jacques Machado, and I discovered a way to stay in shape that was, you know, as the funnest thing you could do. You know, learning to put people to sleep and break limbs, that's fun. I won the North American Abu Dhabi trials. I got to go to the big show, Abu Dhabi in Brazil. I faced Hoyler, tapped him out. Then I got my ass kicked in the next round by Leo Vieira, you know, and I took that Hoyler win and, you know, ran with it. And I'm off the grid. I don't have a regular job now, not living like Jay-Z or anything, but I'm doing all right. And, you know, I'm doing good enough so that I could focus on my music. That's what I really want to do. Because MMA is getting so big, the UFC is getting so big. That's good for the gi business. If that's true, if somehow yanking and pulling on a collar is going to help you block punches and set up submissions and sweeps with a clench, that's somehow going to make it better, then that's good for the jiu-jitsu community, you know? My goal is to compile the best possible no-gi, MMA, ready jiu-jitsu. So, and I know what it takes, and I don't have what it takes. I don't have the time to do it all by myself. I mean, if that's the goal, how much time is it going to take? I don't have that much time. So I use my students as, you know, scouts and agents and scientists. I send them to other schools to bring back stuff, and then we bring it back and we try it, and, you know, we want to make sure we can get all the best stuff at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. So I do things a little bit different. I'm looking at it like the owner of a NFL football team.
I'm gonna hook his shoulder right here. Let go of that wrist, grab his jaw like this, and triangle my legs like this. This looks like a messed up triangle.
It's great. It's new for me. I haven't done much of his stuff, so it's really interesting and stuff I can take home, I think, and surprise a few guys with. Yeah, it'll be good.
Absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed it. Great techniques. Learned a lot. A lot of fun. Good.
It was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Really refining a lot of the stuff that I've seen a little bit of, but him explaining it was really special. There's a lot of nuance, a lot of stuff that you can go over, and he really articulated well, like the fact that it can lead to so many other things. Like
Very passionate, isn't he?
Yeah.
See that passion coming through.
Very well explained. Like there's so much detail, but it's simple, and in a crazy way. Man, it was cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah?
Loved it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Can't wait to get the rubber guard on.
Yeah.
Get it on.
Yeah, it was sick. Really good. Different. Good shit.
Man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
When are we going to get a documentary on you? You're going to film your own documentary.
Man, so we need some...
The man behind the camera.
for the head, go for the throat. One for the money and two for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker burying my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs to seeds of lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew I gotta...
Oh, now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but now we go to the truck, hang out in the truck, nothing's working, the legs aren't working. Anytime you go for a calf crank, he straightens his leg out. His legs are too strong. He's got Igor Vovchanchin legs. For those of you under 30, Ben Henderson legs. Okay? I was watching TV the other night, and the Warriors came on. And my wife's like, what the f is this? She didn't understand that it was so bad that it's good, right? She didn't understand that. I'm like, don't you see the beauty in it? It's so bad that it's good. It's like that, what was that movie that Joe was watching? Glitter by Mariah Carey. It's like that. It's like that. But the crazy, you guys know what the Warriors is? 10 representatives of each gang in New York had a meeting in this arena, and this head gang dude, Cyrus, was convincing all of them that there's more gangbangers in New York City than cops, and they were gonna take it over. And in this meeting, some evil gang shoots Cyrus, and they blame it on the Warriors. It was them, it was the Warriors. So everyone's trying to kill the Warriors. They're trying to get back to Coney Island. No internet, no Twitter, no phone. It's the same street. It's like the streets look the same. This is like 1978. Streets are the same. There's cars, older models. A lot of those buildings are still up. It's a park, streets, cops, subway. It's the same thing. Bunch of people, but nobody's connected. Nobody's connected like we're connected now. They can't get to Coney Island. And these baseball gangs are beating them up. The love interest is this hooker that they found on the street. She's in love with Swan, the main guy from the Warriors. And he loves her too. He's like, why don't you just walk around with a mattress strapped to your back? Why do you always give me shit like that? Come on. Come on. Just, you know you want it. This hooker follows, and then they fall in love at the end. They were walking away on the beach. Remember that? He was like, but you like what you do. Anyways, watch it. It's amazing. It's what life would be without the internet right there. They can't even steal a car.
No, they communicate through the radio.
Yes, through the radio. Oh my God. There was a lesbian gang. The gangs were so unrealistic. There was the Baseball Furies. They dress in Kiss makeup and they have baseball uniforms. They were after them. Warriors beat their ass. Everybody's after them because they killed Cyrus. And then there's a lesbian gang, the Lizzies. She goes, what's the name of your gang? I like your gang. We're the Lizzies. It's like, yeah, we gotta come down these parts more often. Anyways. Ajax, remember him? Come on, lady. Come on, lady, what are you doing? Come on, lady. Anyways. Warriors, trust me. We're here. He gets up. Nice transition. Boom. Pull it back. Here. Bam. Now, as soon as we're done here, maybe he has his grip together. Now we're here. We got to keep his heel jammed into his. You understand? We're in the truck. Boring. Blip, blip. Huge. That snatch is huge. All right? Let's go. Start from side control again. Boom. Blip. Blip. Don't give it away. Hey, listen up. So guy on the bottom, look. Guy getting twisted. You're going to be like this you're gonna pretend like, oh, I'm worried about my feet. Give him that look. Don't just be like this. Don't just be like this. Am I twisted yet? Be right here, be tight, and just like, oh, he's looking for your hand. So give him your hand. You know what? That's gonna help you that's gonna remind you to not give that hand. You understand? You're aware of what's going on in the setup. Let's go.
I like it from the back.
This one we're doing is long term. Long term. This one right here, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it and scramble on your night. You know, you're, oh man, that's the one you're gonna get the Brazilian. Oh, go back, go back, go back, go back. You gotta get that. You can do it from here too. The right hand still has to go first. The problem is you don't really have that much control of this leg. If you go around, but it is good. If you can't do it, let's just work here. You can do that, but you still gotta, right hand, snatch, boom. Hang out, notice, beautiful. One, boom, back. Nice. No, go back, put baseball bat, put baseball bat.
Get my hip more.
That elbow right out. If I go one, can you do any damage with your elbow here? Anything? Or is it jamming? Getting jammed? Can you get a space? No, don't do that one.
First time it's I've been saying that's 12 or 6 right there.
That's a good question. That's a good question. You're on your back though. That's more like butt dance. Finish it up. What? Oh, there you go. Nice. Now give me come through like that. Give me that come through. Now, I want you to understand also, Ben, that once you trap the shoulder with both hands, the right hand can lead me. Once it's trapped, once you have that, it's almost, once you have that, then you just start commence. You don't have to stay there. That's just to capture it. It's captured it, now go. Dad, listen up, real quick. Frankie's. Going from, it's baseball bat, we're trying to get the baseball bat. That's the over-under of the twister. We're trying to get to the baseball bat. That's the goal. Not going to baseball bat and going to one really quick. And then there's the final 3 steps. There's the old final 3 steps. If you're doing them and it's still working, you can still do it. I'll still do it. Guy's not that good at defending. He's not like high level defending. You could still do it. All right? So it's baseball bat, final 3 steps. And those final 3 steps could look messy. They could look gross. We practice them perfect. Aim for perfection. But just like when we aim for perfection with the calf crank from the truck, sometimes it looks sloppy, but you still get it anyway. You're cranking at the shin. You know what I mean? You're just going for it. Just crank it any way you can. But we practice it perfectly. That makes sense? So when we're practicing mastering the twister, I would highly suggest practice. Like for instance, get in here and take him to the truck. And just side control. Gets up to his knees. Nice, beautiful perfection all the way to the truck. Boom. Bam. And we're here. Let's say he's looking for the snatch. Boom. He needs to see that hand. We'll give him the hand snatch. Boom. Now we're here. Again. If he knows what he's doing, he's going to stay there and wait for the perfect time. That's the moment of glory right there, getting that arm over your head. If you just grab that hand, I love Alan Belcher to death, but he didn't quite understand the battle here when he had Wissamar Pajares. He was so close, he just grabbed it, he was just going right to the head and didn't have that much control. I went back and we cleaned it up and we fixed it, but very important that you just stay there and you just hold on. If you just blindly just go for it, he's gonna snap, especially right when you get to baseball bat. As soon as you get there, they're gonna give you a couple tugs right there. So that's when you don't wanna go. Get those tugs out of the way. You understand? And when you do decide to go after, you give him some fakes, go after one of his tugs. As soon as he tugs, you go. You understand? Go after the tug. So huge, this right here. I don't know how many twisters I've lost right there over the years. Bam, I had them. But they timed that limp arm beautifully. Irwan, 100% master. Man, he was so good at pulling that arm out. And some other wrestler that I used to train. Man, just the timing had to be perfect again. There's a serious limp arm escape right there. They just wait for it. They just wait for it. As soon as they feel that, boom, it's gone. All right? So when you're practicing it, get the baseball bat and have your students wait. Give them 3 fakes. Wait. The more you tell them to wait, and the more that's how they're trained. They just, this is how I'm trying to just get here and I wait. And I give a couple fakes and then I go. Your percentage goes way up. All right? And after we get 1 or 2, we fake again. There's another weak spot in the transition to 2. So then boom, that's got to be smooth and quick, perfect timing. But from 2 to 3, we don't need to wait. We need to go. We trap him with both hands, boom, and then the sooner we go, the better. The sooner I could start giving him this battle, he won't be worrying about that shoulder. He's got to worry about this hand now. So, baseball bat to 1, take your time. It's all about perfect timing. 1 to 2, another 1 to 2, 1, that was 1 to 2, but right there. You got to wait. Perfect time. Sometimes you can go pop, and you caught him. He didn't know what was going on. Guy that never been in a twister, you go right for his head. The Alan Belcher way would have worked. You just go right to him. They're gonna come back. A lot of dudes, get your arm over here. Put your arm over here. Some guys that don't know anything, you could just go like this. Get this arm. No, here, relax. Just drape yourself like that. And they'll begin like, oh, I'm gonna grab his head. And then boom, and they put themselves in. You just drape your head up. That's what I did that in competition. Dudes would always take it. I go, look at this headlock. They grab your head and they think you have it, and then boom, they get twisted. That worked back in 1997. That don't work no more, okay? Only on first timers. So, baseball bat to 1, timing. 1 to 2, timing. 2 to 3, let's pop. Now you go. That's the professional. Stop it. Now show him this one. You understand? You don't want to just stay there for too long, because then he might be able to wiggle his shoulder out. You want to get right to it. Let's close it. No need to wait like that. You understand? Let's go. Let's go some more. Let's go.
Finish me right there. I don't even have to bring you back down. Just pull me out like that.
Before I fought Mike Rio, I was already calling my shot how I was going to finish it. I was already 2 to 3, 5 moves ahead of this guy. I got my jet skate, and it's slick.
I'm gonna fight this shit. I'm gonna take this risk and let my pride get big. Cause there's no question. I've been through worse, I can handle this. Get dropped for the right back in. It's what I always get dropped for the right back in. I got my second wind. I'm gonna rise up and pump my fist. Yeah, come on, get up. Yeah, come on, get up. Yeah, come on, get up. Come on, get up. Come on.
break better than the bolt cutter. All right? Show 'em.
So, I get that. That'll work. Okay, I got Curtis here. Say I already got my arm through, but now he's got his grip together. I don't know where y'all can see, but right, instead of reaching in, that can maybe be hard with MMA gloves on. Instead, driving the trapped elbow, I'm still going to be grabbing onto his arm, but I'm going to drive the trap elbow through even deeper so I can get my thumb now in front of his wrist. Now look, now I have this bone that's just really structural to, he'll never hold on to it. People don't do it, right? I'm here, and I still got to pull this out a little bit so I can keep driving my elbow. And once I get my thumb in here, bam, right? But I still go both. And there's no possible way, right? I mean, sometimes that can be hard to get, just like everything else. But I'm driving, and sometimes, yeah. But see how, even now, I broke it for a second, he brought it back, but now I have that structure in there. Once this structure is in, he'll never survive that. Just a little extra break.
You want to try that, Ben, in front of the whole class? Put you on the spot?
Yeah.
Ooh! You can do it, Ben. Oh,
So you're coming here,
deep,
bringing your elbow in.
Man, his arms.
You're still doing this?
Yeah.
And you keep trying. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, 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 oh,
This eye right here.
oh, oh, yeah.
Go, Polar Bear!
Show him this. Show him this. Show him this right now. Go over there. Fight. Kung Fu fight now. Kung Fu fight. Kung Fu fight. There you go. Ah.
you doing?
Whoever wins here goes to national.
There you go. Spider whip, Cora. Spider whip. Spider whip. Spider whip. There you go. Grab the head. The queen. Here's the kids' dream division. They start match 7. I'm sorry. Match 18. All right, Cora. You know what to do. Get Orchid. Get Orchid. Push forward first. Get Orchid. Push forward. Push forward. Arm. Push forward. Push forward. There you go. Let's go, Ray! Back out. Watch the safety. Push one. Back up high as your leg. Push back through. There you go. That's sloppy, Core. That's sloppy. Put your head through there. Go. Get your guard back. Nice. Posture, posture. You got posture now. Step over with your left leg. Step over. Step over with your left leg, Abby. Left leg over face. Turn, turn, turn. Lay down on her. Lay down on her now. Lay down. Cross your feet around her head. Cross your feet around her head. Nico, you're fine. Cross your feet around her head. Squeeze, Clark. Just squeeze. It's almost there. Around her head. All the way over. Turn. Remember, squeeze a little bit at a time. Don't let go. Don't let up on the squeeze. Step over her head. Oh, careful. Oh. Walk around, Matt. Walk around. Walk around. There you go. Walk around. Walk, 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 walk. Walk. There you go. Walk around. Break it. Break it. Walk around, Matt. Pull it out. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, Matt. You're not listening. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. That's all right. Okay, Matt, just breathe. Walk, stand up. There you go. There you go. This side. Side. There you go. Well, stay heavy. Stay heavy. Stay heavy. Stay heavy. Watch it on top, boy. Get on top. Push, Matt. Get on top. There you go. Stay. Stay heavy. Watch your neck. Watch your neck. There you go. Watch your neck, Matt. You're doing good. There you go. There you go. Stay heavy, Matt. Watch your arm. Watch your arm. Watch your arm. Watch your arm. That's one more all the way right there. No, no. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Matt. Right there. Right there. Get out. Matt. Matt. Get out. Get out. Get out, Matt. Watch your arm. Bend his arm. Bend his arm. Nice. Get out. Stand up. There you go. Posture up. There you go. Posture up. Watch your arm, Matt. Watch it, Matt. Watch your neck. Get out. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. That's all right. Stand up, Matt. Stretch out a little bit more. Stretch out a little more. Stand up. There you go. There you go, Matt. There you go. Get out. Get out. Get out. Put your head out. Or turn the other way. Get your head out. There you go. Watch your arm. Watch your arm. There you go. Stay close. Stay close.
Pull, Cora, pull.
leg for me. There you go. That's all right, Matt. Posture up, posture up. Look to the ceiling. There you go. Oh! He's got it. That's all right, man. Go over. Put your leg over. Leg over.
Pull,
Get out.
Cora.
Bring your head out. There you go. Turn. Get the triangle back. Regroup. Come on. Get the triangle back. Regroup. Get your head out.
You got 10 seconds.
9 seconds, Matt. Stay in there. 9 seconds. Don't let go that hard. Get your head out. Stretch it out. 9 seconds. Just hold it there, Cora.
Hold it, you're good.
Good job, Matt.
Good job, guys. Stay there.
15 seconds. Move. Whatever you do, Cora, don't let him escape. Move. Nice and patient. Whatever you want. Arm bar. There you go. Nice and tight. Pass the arm over. Squeeze the head. He tap. Good job.
Don't let go, squeeze.
Take your time.
One last, final one. We're staying open an extra half an hour. I know I've been going real long. I'm sorry. But one last thing that we've been working on as well is the kamikaze calf crank. There's a calf crank from the truck, and then there's the kamikaze calf crank. Kamikaze is when you're using your free leg to secure Frankie's. Is your leg okay? So we're here. He gets up to his knees. I'm right here. Everything's professional. There's no way